Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. This is your reading for December. Let's see what we have for my Cancers. Okay, first card out, High Priestess. You know, it's interesting actually, a Cancer really close to me, they pointed out the moon to me the other night and it looked exactly like that crescent moon in the card. But it sounds like you're really in tune with your intuition, your inner voice. And you know, with the moon standing out to me, it's like being in tune with the flow of the cosmos, with the flow of all of these like constant cosmic shifts that we go through, that our, you know, universe goes through, that our planet goes through. It's like you're kind of in tune with that rhythm, it feels like, which is actually just kind of like allowing you to like thrive when things start to shift, because you're just sort of in tune. It's like you're on a really good rhythm. You can also think of it like if you're not really into you know, thinking cosmically about it, just being in tune with the seasons that we go through. So wherever you live, you know, when it's warm and it's sunny, it's time to be energetic. But sometimes when it's cold and dark, it's like, it's time to rest. It's time to hibernate. I think you have that rhythm. Wow, I got a lot from just that one card. Let's see what else we get. Five of Wands, interesting. You know, it can mean conflict, but it has, you know, the Five of Wands has a lot of meanings. All the cards do. It really depends on the situation and what cards they're around. But the Five of Wands, it's kind of like, yeah, it's like, it looks like they're fighting, but they could be practicing. They could be choreographing, you know, they could be on the same team, but they're using each other to practice their skills. So for some reason, I'm getting that more than anything. You could be like doing something physical or artistic or creative on a team of people, and you're sort of using your ability to tune into like rhythm and flow. And it's really supporting the way you, collaborate with people. Because even if people around you are challenging, it's like you're not becoming defensive. You're actually using it to kind of like grow or like expand your perspective. It's kind of like when people debate or argue, not because they're upset with each other, but because they actually are so curious about like the other person's perspective, and it may be so opposite or so different than how you think, but maybe you are just like so like, you know, that this other perspective is actually going to help you, and you might not agree with it, but you're finding that interest with other people. You want to debate, you want to bounce your skills and knowledge off of other people. Very interesting reading so far. The Lovers. Wow. Yeah, it's like, I think you're just connecting with others really well right now. I usually don't get that with the Five of Wands, but like, I don't see any fear or like any like angriness in these women's like expressions. Like they're just they're kind of synchronized with each other. So it just feels like your connections are flowing. You're being really seen. You're feeling really understood. Knight of Wands. You have so much passion as well. It's like you have a lot of newfound hope. You see a lot of like fertility in the opportunities around you. Especially like you have the Knight of Wands, which is sort of like rushing, like using your passions to ignite you towards something, but um, just having these, like, you know, the pomegranate is a symbol, a common symbol in the High Priestess, and to me it always represents this like very rich, juicy fertility, and not in the sense always of physical pregnancy, but more in just feeling very excited and drawn to the opportunities for growth around you. Okay. The Emperor. Again, like with the, I don't know, just thinking about the pomegranates and that juicy redness, and then the Emperor shows up in an all red suit, and that is so representative to me of passion, but a lot also of self-control and discipline. So, you know, discipline can be one of the highest forms of self-love. So you could be very disciplined about your bad habits. For some reason that just came to mind. So if there's anything that you do that you always feel guilty about doing, or you know you shouldn't, or it's kind of like a negative way to cope, it could be something small or something big, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you are really finding this level of discipline. It's almost like you don't even align with the version of yourself who does that. I think you were like really like kind of looking back at your past self and almost getting like the ick from it, which is not a bad thing. I mean, we can all look back at things that we've done in the past and we're like, wow, like I have grown, and thank God for that. So you kind of feel grown, you kind of feel wise, you're very disciplined. Your little vices, they don't have the control or weight over you that they once did. King of Cups. Total evolved version of, you know, the sign of Cancer, and also just displaying such a good grip on your emotions as well. Wow. Let's see. Oh, Eight of Wands. This is really propelling you into a different way of living. You're just very driven by your passions right now. It's like your passions are helping you live with a lot more intention. You could have once felt like you were aimlessly sort of going in circles. It's like, why do I even work here? Or why do I even put energy towards this every day? Or like, what am I even doing? You are not in that state anymore. And I think you feel really proud of yourself and grateful. And it's giving you a sense of a lot of like empowerment and self-confidence for sure. Let's see what else. Okay. The Queen of Wands. Damn, okay. Queen of Wands is just like a very confident, sexy, fiery type of person. And with feminine energy, right? So there is a lot of potential for creation within that feminine energy. The one thing that always comes to me for some reason with the Queen of Wands is having that cat beside her, which symbolizes a lot of different things. But one of the things it symbolizes to me is that this is a type of person that people want to be around. You know, she is not alone. She has some other being that's like standing by her side. So this is someone, again, going back to like collaborating well with others, but people really want to be around you right now too. If you felt lonely in the past, or like your energy wasn't attracting the right people or anyone really, if you were like closed off, you're going to start realizing that that is not the case anymore, because people are going to prioritize being by your side, prioritize being in your energy and collaborating with you. And the black cat here too also stands for protection in my eyes. So like having, again, back to that self-discipline, you are valuing yourself pretty highly here, and not in a conceited way, in a very appropriate way. And when you value yourself to a certain degree, you have like this natural urge to protect yourself and to protect your peace and your resources and everything you've worked towards. And that's a really powerful place to be, because there are people in this world, and I've probably been guilty of this many times, but there are people who are kind and have a lot to give, but they don't protect themselves. And even just on an energetic level. Um, and it could be bad. It can jade a kind person. So, you know, it's good to be on that level where you're kind and open, but you are not to be messed with either. And I think that's kind of what you're stepping into, especially having the King of Cups here too. I mean, this is someone who is very in control of their emotions. Very in control. Oh, I think I gotta pull one more card. Oh no, I pulled them all. I usually pull 9. Well, whatever. I'm just gonna do it because I said it. I think that's great to leave it at the Queen of Wands, but we'll see what else we get. 9 of Wands. This is like kind of exactly what I was just talking about, of course, but just to reiterate, the 9 of Wands, a lot of times the wands behind her to me represent all of the hardships that this person had to go through, because this is a wounded warrior. This is someone who's been through war, right? So in your life and in your experience, it could be representing everything that you went through that almost broke you and almost brought you down, but you conquered it and it made you a lot stronger. A wounded warrior comes out stronger. It's kind of like that saying that's kind of cheesy, but it's like, you know, scar tissue is like thicker than just your normal skin. So it's like not allowing these past experiences to defeat you, but in fact just turn you into pretty much the badass version of yourself. And I do see a little weariness too. And I think this card wanted to come out for a reason, because I see a lot of confidence and power in you, but you still have a little, and we all have it, that little fear inside, that you might have to go through all these experiences again, or you might have to relive some of these past hurts, but that isn't really the case. These past hurts, they have already healed. They are now scars. So you now have that layer of toughness about you. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, Cancers. I hope you have a great rest of your December.